Morning folks, thanks for tuning in for another video. So as you can tell, I'm in my backyard today, this morning, doing a little gear testing this weekend, testing out this new tent behind me. And so yeah, that's what we're doing. I like to test stuff out in the backyard, as you know, first, as most of you should really do, test your stuff in the backyard before you actually get out somewhere. But anyway, nevertheless, so I thought we'd talk about a cool little cooking setup, cooking system that I recently got, and I've been using it and stuff. So that's what we're going to take a look at here in just a few minutes. It's from a company called IGNIK, and it is a 2-in-1 stove heater combo. And so yeah, stay tuned. My name is Chris. You're watching Skills to Survive. We'll be right back. All right, let's talk about this stove right here, or this heater. Man, I'll tell you, breakfast is better in the woods. You know, anything you cook is better in the woods, even if I'm not in a remote location or anything like that, just outside here, you know, just cooking outside is great. So this stove right here is, again, from a company called IGNIK Outdoors. And what this is a heater and stove combo. Now, those of you that watched any of my videos know that I love my Mr. Buddy heater, use it all the time, propane heater, stuff like that. Well, this is a heater, but it's also a stove. And you may ask, how is it also a stove? Well, you see this top cast iron ring right here. It's non-removable, and this will hold your pots, your pans, stuff like that, and you can actually cook on it. So not only is it will keep you warm, but you can actually use this to cook on. So, and the way you do that is you see these little flange, or these little holes right here, and you got this little little bar right here. So as you can tell, it says cook, and then if you want to heat, you just move this over, and it kind of closes these off. Now I think they need to be closed a little bit more, but it does allow some heat escape. But that's for cooking and heating. So say you want it to heat, so now you've closed off the top, so now your heat comes out from around the side. So you have a nice omnidirectional heat that comes around on the outside. This has like a high and low type setting on it down here. It's an electronic ignition, very easy to use. You're only looking at, like, for dimensions on this thing, it's like 13 inches tall by like 9 or 10 inches wide at the base. So you get a good stable platform, which is really nice. It does come with a 2-foot long cable, or your 2-foot long hose here with the regulator attached. And I've got it attached to the IGNIK Outdoors Growler, which we'll talk about that here in just a second. This does also come with a carry handle. So you do have a carry handle on there. Nice carrying. It has a tip over safety feature on it, so if it tips over, it'll automatically shut off. And yeah, so it's I mean, I haven't had any issues with this, and I really like it. It puts out a decent amount of heat. It's 6,500 BTUs, so not a tremendous amount of heat compared to maybe some of your other stoves, but 6,500 BTUs, that's a decent amount of heat. I mean, it will definitely keep you warm sitting beside this thing. You put it in your tent and it will, whew, it'll blow you out. But the thing with this versus the Mr. Buddy, this says it's not recommended for enclosed areas or anything like that, because on the Mr. Buddy heater, it does have a carbon monoxide detection or low oxygen shut off switch and stuff like that. This does not. So I wouldn't recommend using this inside of your tent. Maybe like a small, if you had like a small little shelter or something like that, perfect for that. Not necessarily inside your tent. Even though I did use it to try it out, it does work. But I also had all my ventilation open, and I did not go to sleep and leave it on. So that being said, it's basically made I mean, you see it looks sort of like a kerosene heater, really a mini kerosene heater. And it does, again, it comes with a regulator hose, and you just screw it in. Now with this, you can use the regular 1 pound green 1 pound propane cylinders. They're everywhere, so you can use the 1 pound propane cylinders for this, or you can attach this to a 20 like your gas grill type, your 20 pound tank, or this little thing right over here, and we'll talk about that again here in just a second. Lighting this thing is very simple. It shows you right here. You just push, you got a pilot light switch on right there, and I don't know if you heard it. Let's try it again. There it goes. There it goes. So very simple to light up and get burning. And of course the camera's not going to pick it up, but this thing is already heating up very, very nicely. So we'll turn it back off here. I don't know if you heard it there, heard the pilot light kick off. So yeah, 2-in-1 stove. I hadn't had any issues with this. Now I will tell you really quick, if you are on a very windy day, this is not going to perform very well, because your wind is going to blow around. Again, you have all the, it's heating from the core here and all the way around. So you're not going to be able to get good heat or good cooking if you're cooking on it on a very windy day. So you need to put some type of a windscreen up or something like that to do that. So let's talk really quick about this growler over here. All right, so this is the growler, or they call it their growler. Now basically, you can buy this piece with just the container, the growler itself, or you can buy it with the growler and little mini propane tank in there. Now this thing is just awesome. I've seen these before in the past years ago, but I've never actually owned one or used one. And basically this takes the place of 5 of the little green propane tank, the 1 pound tank. So it takes the place of 5. So it's like a 5 pound, basically a 5 pound tank, and which is, I think it's like 2.5 gallons or so, roughly, for propane. So when I took it to the hardware store to get this filled up, they were like, they'd never seen one of these before, so they didn't know how much to put in there. So it's basically, I think like 2 gallons, roughly, give or take. I think it's like 1.5 gallons. But anyway, nevertheless, it takes the place of 5 of those little green tanks, and it's refillable, reusable, so it's perfect. It also comes with your hose, a 4-foot hose, which is really nice, very easily to take on and off. Just unscrew it. And it's also nice because on here you have a very nice zipper. Very nice zipper. You know, it zips all the way around. And inside of here, you can see in the lid here, it has foam right here, and it's kind of conformed to the tank itself, so it sets in here really nice. Foam also on the bottom. It's like a hard foam, so it's very nice and conformed to the bottom as well. Has a nice little carry handle on there, so you can carry it. And you have like a little daisy chain type system here and here. And what I've done with mine is I put a little, go around here. I had a Molly, just a Molly utility pouch, and I attached to mine. And that way it'll hold the hose from the stove and some, you know, fire starting stuff like that. So I wish though they would put another row of daisy chain or Molly right here and on the bottom as well. That would really make this hold on a little better. But that being said, I haven't had any issues. I've used this a lot. I've hooked it to my other 2-burner stove, and also hooked it up to my Mr. Buddy heater. In the wintertime, used it in my tent. It's awesome. Again, completely refillable, which is, you know, perfect for that. They're nice for, you know, not having to always take around those 1 pound little green ones. And yeah, so I've liked that a lot. Really, really like that a lot. I wish I'd have got one of those years ago. But again, you can buy that separately. You can buy the tank, or you can buy it all as one system. And I'll put links down below where you can get both of these items as well, Amazon, stuff like that. So, I mean, really, I like the setup. I like how it, I mean, I like both systems a lot, or both pieces of equipment a lot. again, versatility, modularity, that's my motto here. You know, I like equipment that is, you know, versatile, modular. Both of these do that, and you know, that fits what I need. I will tell the company though, this needs a case. It does not come with a case, nor is there a case out there that's made for this. You guys have got to make a case for this. I mean, that's my biggest complaint with this thing here, the heater, is you need a case for it. I don't mind. The good thing is there's nothing glass or anything on it, so you don't have like a globe or anything that's going to bust. And you do have the carry handle. I just think that it would be more protected inside of a case, because there's nowhere to put your hose and regulator. There's nowhere to put it. So unless you have a zip tie and you zip tie it around, which you can do that, I mean, I just don't recommend that, but I mean, you can do that. I, again, put mine inside of my little pouch in the growler. So therefore it's always there. And I know that, you know, if I grab this, I need to also grab the growler, or at least grab the hose out of there. So just my 2 cents on that, but I definitely need a case for that. But other than that, I mean, I haven't had any issues. I think the concept is really nice. I wish they would up the BTUs to about 10,000. I think if they'd done that, then you really get more heat output, more cooking capability. And again, other than using it in the wind and inclement weather, you know, it works. For me, at least, it's worked fine. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah. Run time. So on a regular 1 pound tank, this will run about 4 hours, give or take, depending on if you have it on like a high or low setting. So about 4 hours. So you'll get a good amount of run time on that tank over there, because that's basically 5 of those. And I will say I've used this several times already on camping trips without this. I've used it with my 2-burner stove, as well, again, as with my Mr. Buddy heater, and I haven't ran out of propane yet, so, which is nice. So anyway, again, I'll put some links down below where you can pick these products up. I think it's a, you know, great concept. I think it's a great little product, especially for emergencies. Definitely for emergencies, emergency heat, emergency cooking, stuff like that. So anyway, thanks again for watching, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get outside, get outdoors. Always make sure you have the necessary skills to survive. And I'll see you in another video really soon.